Ivorian farmer Roger Akusi is busy at work, cutting and peeling this hevea tree. The prize, natural rubber.
I was in the palm oil business originally. I realized that rubber was better, so I left that field. I can see the difference.
Akusi is one of thousands of farmers in the Ivory Coast working in the country's growing rubber industry. Today, it is the country's second most exported agricultural product, right behind cocoa.
In 2005, we barely had 15,000 growers, plus those who already had the rubber estates. Today, we have about 160,000 producers with an estimated 600,000 hectares of orchards, and production has increased from 150,000 tons to 950,000 tons.
Everyday items like gloves, tires, and some shoes require rubber.
Rubber is a very good business. The cultivated rubber tree feeds its grower. After 7 years of hard work, it will live for at least 30 to 40 years.
The Ivory Coast was the fourth largest natural rubber producer in the world at the end of 2020, with Thailand holding the top spot. Apromac, the organization that oversees the industry in Ivory Coast, says the French-speaking nation produced around 850,000 tons last year, with 60 to 80% exported to Asia. The country is also the top supplier within Africa, providing almost 80% of the continent's rubber, a number the organization hopes will continue to increase.
Michelin est un gros consommateur du caoutchouc ivoirien. I'm concerned with how we're going to ensure that the rubber is consumed by Ivorians locally and then regionally. Once we've done that, I won't even need to go elsewhere to sell our rubber, because the needs are already there.
The focus on localization stems from lessons learned from the coronavirus pandemic, which impacted supply chains around the world.
En résumé, la pandémie a eu 80% of our rubber went into the automotive industry, the tire industry. But with the pandemic, everything stopped. From now on, we must no longer be dependent on our essential raw materials, and we must be able to ensure that consumption is provided by our fellow citizens locally, and to a lesser extent from around us. Nous identifions tous les produits finis à base de caoutchouc naturel. We identified all the finished products made of natural rubber that Ivorians consume. It might be the soles of my shoes, my sneakers, surgical gloves. Since the pandemic started, the need for gloves has increased tenfold, or even 100-fold in some regions.
We have to go to the next level by making rubber a little more elaborate, which would be used either to make mattresses or to make condoms, things that are essentially made in Asia. In any case, today we have a level of production that allows us to look towards this direction, and that's exactly what we are doing.
The goal? To put a Made in Ivory Coast label on all products from the West African nation. Unlike other sectors in the country, the rubber industry benefits from consistent pricing.
L'Apromac fixe le prix. Apromac sets the price. It's based monthly on the Singapore Stock Exchange and converted from dollars to euros, and from euros to CFA francs. We take into account the rubber prices every month. This fixed price is applicable to all actors in the sector during the month. The following month, we repeat the same exercise, so that seasonal fluctuations do not negatively impact anyone in the industry. Everyone is on the same page. Prices follow a curve, and there are peaks that appear, but the annual average remains constant.
The challenge, instead, is combating deforestation while creating a sustainable industry.
We decided that we had to bring something more to the rubber plantation. How can we make sure that the environment and population who live in Abidjan have clean air? As a result, in addition to our plantations, this year we have initiated more than 150 hectares of forest trees in collaboration with the Ministry of Water and Forests. Our initiative in agroforestry has both the rubber tree and the forest in the same space. There is the spacing between the lines of rubber trees where we put a line of forest trees in the middle. At the end of the day, in both the short and long term, the rubber tree will produce a financial payoff, and the forest tree will provide as vegetation cover and a bonus in sustaining the environment.
Apromac says the burgeoning industry brought in nearly $900 million in 2018, and they anticipate that number will rise. The focus for industry leaders now, finding ways to stretch that success.